It's time to combine some animals in Combinimals. This episode, we're combining a turtle and an otter, or a Turtotter as the portmanteau would be. Portmanteau means to combine two words together to make a new word. Which, since I did that with the title of the show, why not do that with the animal names? Except for in the case where it's an actual animal, like a rhino beetle or a leopard seal. But when it's two just random animals, I'll try to make a portmanteau out of the names. And on this one, I really wanted to do both versions, on land and underwater versions, so that's what I ended up doing. Well, not underwater, but like a swimming version, which would be taking place underwater. And then, like you might have seen in my little initial sketch on the reference pictures, I wanted the top teeth to be a beak, like I had drawn there on the face, to incorporate the beak from the turtle. Which also, the claws are so long because of a lot of turtles. They have really long, narrow claws, which I think are for digging, because I can't imagine a turtle using claws as a weapon. How fast could they possibly swipe, you know? So the eyes also, otters have fairly small eyes in comparison to their skulls, but turtles have gigantic eyes, and I wanted to go with those big ol' eyes. And I didn't think about it until right just now, but some of them have like stripes in their eyes, and that would be a cool look to do. If I revisit this one, I'll definitely be doing that pattern in the eyes. Along with, if I revisit it, I'll redo the shells, like try to make that a lot more accurate, because all I really did was a hexagon pattern, and looking at it later on, didn't like that so much. So the hands, I tried to have it more webbed feet in the front, more like an otter's hands, but with those long claws. And then the hind legs, you might have seen, had the very flat, little round, stubby feet, like more like a turtle. But then also the toes have pads, like a mammal. It's always fun to do different, like, genuses, but like mixing a mammal and a reptile, or a reptile and a fish, or a fish and a bird. Like doing different like classes of animals are the most fun to mix, because two mammals, they end up just being fuzzy. They already start out pretty similar, unless it's something really different, like a elephant and a weasel or something. And this one, I did a little highlight on the bottom of the pupil, because you could actually see that in the reference picture of the turtle, and then I forgot to do it on the swimming one. Although I guess it wouldn't be very apparent underwater, so I guess that makes sense. And the whiskers, I probably should have turned white, as you can see in my reference picture there of the actual otter. The whiskers are white, but I just kind of left them as line work. And these lines here, I didn't think about it until I was trying to turn the shell coloring into a gradient, that the green lines should be an overlay, which I did by grouping them and changing the color to a transparent darker green after the fact, like right after I do this part here with the little bit of shading under the overhang of the shell. That's when I got the idea to change the line work for the hexagons, because they were just way too light. Or maybe not. Maybe I didn't think about it until later. Oh no, that's right. There was something with the line work that got me on this tangent of fixing it and then recopying it over into the final version. Forget what I ran into that made me do that, though. There's the object I was talking about. Make it darker. Then do a similar hexagon pattern on the back shell. And the shell, I made it more streamlined, more like a sea turtle, instead of the box turtle I had as reference, because when going through the water, it's going to be more hydrodynamic for the water creature, because I didn't want it to be able to swim, hence the swimming pose as well as the land pose. Though it wouldn't really be able to run like an otter, if you've ever seen. Oh, I think I'll splice in a video. I gotta find it on my hard drive, but I got a video of an otter running Or maybe it was just a series of pictures. Either way, they kind of have a wave to them, like when a weasel runs, because they're long bodies. I'll have to see what I have, if I could splice that in right here to show you. And there it is, the Turtotter. Aquatic ripped mammal. Ripped mammal? And that is the end of this one. Super Fake Films. We aim to entertain. Thanks for watching. Please comment below if you got any ideas for any combinations you might want to see of different animals. I could do more than 2, but don't be too ridiculous. I mean, even though I've done a combination of 6 before as a challenge, it really ends up looking like a mess trying to incorporate all those elements. So 2 is usually the best.